Hi everybody, welcome to Carmen Katharine's Wreaths. Today we're going to do my version of the poinsettia. This is my Christmas poinsettia. I just put a little bit of gold around the center of it. It's a homemade center. And then we have our red Christmas bird. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that. We're going to do it today in white, so you can see the difference between the red and the white. First thing I'm going to show you is my little thing I've been doing. So this is a power skill cutter, and they charge up with your little battery. It charges up in the wall. It is the same thing as a rotary cutter, but it is a manly tool. So we are going to cut our mesh today, and I'm going to show you a couple things. So this cuts, it can cut up to 15 pieces at once. No fray. Perfect cut, no fray. Now I will say this, even though it has no fray, you still need to spray the ends, because friction will cause fray, any type of friction on your fabric. I'm going to do that one more time. And like I said, I've cut up to 15 pieces at once. If you want to see, I do have a little tutorial on cutting it. I show 10 pieces of that one. So, like I said, you want to put your rocks on it, or your paperweights, nice and tight. You don't need any, this is a protective right here, so it's not going to cut you. So you can buy this at Walmart. It's actually what they sell is it's redesigned. This is a little bit older, but it's still a skill. It's a skill screwdriver with a cutter attachment. It's the same thing as what I have. It's at Walmart. You can also get the tip bit at Home Depot. So I'm going to put this up. So I just wanted to show you a couple more things so everybody can see. I have a real fun with this, so it even cuts your plastic canvas. Just want to get in there, mark what you want. So you have a little. Now you want to make sure when you use this that you do have, I use a little paintbrush, make sure it's nice and clean, and I dust off all the particles. Also, it'll get a little riggedy, like a little, and you need to unscrew it and clean behind the back of the blade. Make sure this is off and you're not pressing it down when you take that off, please. I don't want anyone to get hurt. This is your plastic canvas. Well, I actually can cut in a circle. Sorry. Here we go. Sorry. You're going to want to cut that in half first. My first one was much better than that, but it cuts pretty good. So, then again, so I want to cover the back of the wreath when we're done. So even with the foam, same exact thing. You can cut your foam. So I'm just going to show you. Nice pretty cut. You can use your belt. Nice pretty cuts. So it does take a little practice to get perfect circles, but it's fine. So now we're going to get started. So the first thing I wanted to do was show everybody the centers. So we have two different centers. And this is what we call pollen beads. I get them from Sereno's Crafts. on Amazon Prime. And that's how you make your fake pollen for your flowers. So you're going to want to paint this. And I have. So I pre-painted these. And then what you do, as far as the round one goes, like the one that's on the poinsettia. Just going to go around the ball. With your glue. And this is, I have two different colors. I have a dark yellow and a light yellow. And you can do either color. Now I like to mix mine because it's gold. Remember that we're trying to make this gold. So you're just going to go around it and you're going to coat it. And it takes a couple layers to get it the way you want it. Now you can also take a paper plate and you can dip it on it, but when it's round, because you're using half of your 6-inch ball, it kind of makes it a little difficult. Be careful, you can burn yourself. So then, let me grab my... Then what you're going to do, once you get this, the consistency as the one on the poinsettia, is you're going to take your clear acrylic and you are going to... Can you pop that open? Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to just put a little bit on it. And you want to coat it. This dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it drying white. It's a clear acrylic paint. And then with this, what I do is I put your gold glitter on it. And this is exactly how we made the center on the red poinsettia. Okay, that's the round one. Now, this one, you're going to paint it ahead of time. And then I use the flat disc, the 6-inch, the round one for the one on the red one. You're going to get your little foamies, and they come in different sizes. You can get the big ones or the little ones. And you're just going to glue them on. Because this, you're building up to get it like this. And you're just going to put it on. And you're going to fill the whole thing up. Then you want to take your yellow paint and you want to paint it. Then, once it's dry, once you painted it, then you're going to put your foam beads on it. And you want to put it on the foam and around the sides of it as well. So you can go all the way around it. And it's going to layer up just like that one. Okay? Then, let me put that over there because we're going to work on this. So then what I have is I have little craft pine cones. And these are smaller. These are smaller than the ones I usually use. So if you're going to get the ones that I get on Amazon, they're bigger and you're going to cut them in half. Then you're going to take it, you're going to paint them, you're going to put your glitter on it, and you're going to let it dry. And you're going to start putting them on. Because we're trying to make it look like realistic, like a poinsettia. So I'm trying to make this look as realistic as possible. So, and then you're just going to go around it. And it stays on. You can take your acrylic once it's done and put a small coat on it and let it dry. You really don't need much either. The foam helps the pine cones stick, so they're not going to come loose. They kind of melt it together like plastic. So you're just going to go through it, put it on there. Now you paint the pine cones. I painted them with yellow. I have both the different color foams, beads. I have the yellow and the light yellow and the dark yellow. And I put glitter on it, as you can see. So you're just going to go through it. Remember, we want it to look like pollen, so this is what I came up with to make it look more realistic. Just go through it. You don't need as much as I have, or you can put more. It's up to you. But remember, we're making a life-size poinsettia, so I wanted this center to be a little bit bigger. So, and then we have the gold in it because of the holidays for Christmas. So it makes it look really pretty. Now you can use the red for your fall and Christmas. Remember, you can add orange in with the red, anything. But this is an easier, don't panic, this is not as hard as everybody thinks. It's really easy. It's lots of fun. And people love this because it looks Christmassy and it's your homemade pollen, so you're putting your little touch on it. So once you're done, like I said, you can put a clear coat on this. Okay. Put that over there. So I'm going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. This is a 10-inch 4-ring Wreath wire. I got this from Craft Outlet. This is your green metallic and your white metallic. It's your gold in each one. I got these from Paper Mart. And then this is, it's a cream with gold laser. It's a mesh. It's gold lasered cream mesh. I got that from Paper Mart as well. So this is the colors we're using today. The one that's on the wall, the only difference is I used the red metallic instead of the white. So this is, we're going to actually use today, we're going to use zip ties to put this together. So it's going to be nice and fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it corner, corner. You're just going to hold it. Kind of want to make it round. Corner, corner. You'll see, you got to make the leaves pointy. So a lot of people do the corner to corner and just hold it up like this, where it's down. Because what you're going to do, I'm going to put one corner right here. We're going to do the second. It's getting on my dress. Should know not to wear laces. Now remember, this has got to be a different shape. So, remember what I said, you get little strays, so you're just going to trim it. So 1 or 2. Take your zip tie, take it around. Now, some people just put it around it and make it as tight as possible, or you can put it around the bar. It's up to you. I like to make it as tight as possible. You can move it around a little. There we go. We're going to do these two, one on each bar, the second and the third bar, going all the way around it. Again, corner, corner, hold it down. You don't want to cross it because we're trying to make it shaped like the poinsettia leaves. And take her, and we trimmed the zip ties off, so don't worry about that. One. And I know you've seen other artists do the zip ties, so it's not new. So like I said, you have a choice. You can put it over the bar, or you can just put it around. I like to put mine around. Because you can make it as tight as you need it to be. And again, so with metallic, you're going to notice little metallic pieces when you're working with it. They get a little loose and you just trim them off. You always want to spray any type of mesh. And as you see, this will start to tighten up. Go ahead and trim it. The different color zip ties, I actually get them at Walmart, and you can get them in your the automotive section. So I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to fill this up. Now, what I noticed with that one, it takes about 4. So you're doing 2, 1 on each bar, but you're doing 4 in each section all the way around. Now, if it's loose, you can add a 5th one. So it only takes 1 roll of the white, like half a roll of this, and far as your metallic, I only used 1/4 of a roll because we don't use all that. That was 1 whole roll between the 2 wreaths, and I only use 1/4. It goes right around the center, that's it. So you're not using much material. So, and this is really, really, really pretty. So I have a lot of fun with this. Like I said, you want the leaves to be pointy, like a poinsettia. So this is the way that I found it looks more like a poinsettia. So, and it's an easy way to keep it together. Once you spray your adhesive on it, it keeps it all nice and stiff, and it keeps everything together. It keeps it from fraying. So the key is adhesive. That's the key to anything we do. So, but look at how pretty those leaves are. So go ahead and go all the way around it, and then I will be back with you so we can start on our 4th bar, and then we'll get down to here. Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is it. Look how beautiful this is. This is how a poinsettia should be shaped as far as their leaves go. So some of them I have 5 and some of them I have 4. So it depends on how full you want it. Now, it can take anywhere from half a roll to a whole roll depending on how many you use. This is probably about 3/4 of a roll right here. So you want to go ahead and do the leaf part before we get to this part. So we're going to flip her over. And you're going to do the same exact method, but we're only doing 1. And you want it to face. So you're going to go corner, corner. That's it. You don't, this goes underneath. And we're not going to use a whole roll. It's probably going to be half. All you're doing is putting a couple around it to highlight it, to give it that Christmassy look. So you just, it's real easy. This is like one of my easiest wreaths, except the center sometimes is challenging for people, but I think it's easy. It's nice and pretty. And again, as you move your fabric, like I said, it does get just a little bit. Just trim it. the gold tends to get loose a little bit. You do want to spray it with your adhesive spray when you're done. So, corner, corner, pull. You're going to take the tail of it, pull it through. This is really, really, really easy. And take a zip tie. Wanted to do something a little bit easier for everyone, but fun. This is very festive and fun. Very festive. So, because it's so skinny, now remember these are fat. It may be skinny to you, but we're going to put the back on and this will tighten up. So with the leaves, you're probably going to do 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 3/4 of a roll because there's 30 pieces. It's at 10 inches, 10 by 10. Okay, so go ahead and fill this up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I wanted something didn't add up to me. So the gold and white is 20 on the first and 20 on the second and third roll. So that's 40 pieces. It's one roll and 10 pieces. And then I put 30 pieces of the green, which is 3/4 of a roll. 30 pieces? 20 pieces, sorry. 20? Yeah, 20. Okay, so this is beautiful. I love the way it came out. Look at this is only a 10-inch frame. That's it. Look how huge it is. So now you're going to take your plastic canvas that we cut out at the beginning, and you're going to take your zip ties and put it around the bar and attach it. Make sure that the zip ties are facing towards the back. I may recalculate that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 pieces, so less than a whole roll. And then you're going to trim it off. Now you have two options. This is a poinsettia. This is your white poinsettia. It's Christmas. So what you can do is your options are you can take your white and you can put it on here and you can zip tie it on. So you would need 20 more pieces if you were going to do that to go on the bottom row. Okay? And that would make a white poinsettia. But then, so you can do white and not gold. I like the way this gold looked. Just gave it that extra little Christmas kick. You're going to take your pipe cleaner, and I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's gold. Very fitting for Christmas. And you're just going to, and you don't need a lot of these. I barely use any. This is very, very, very thick. So corner to corner and twist the side. You're just going to put the pipe cleaner around it halfway. And you want to go right over the bar. You don't want it too fat because you won't be able to put your center on. Okay? It does not take much for this. I'm just going to twist it. We are going to trim those off, so don't worry about that. So we're going to go, and now these overlap. You do not need a lot. See how fat this is? So as we put it on, you're not going to use a lot of it. So corner, corner, twist up to the side. Almost like you're making your leaf. I really like the way this one turned out. It turned out better than the red one to me. So again, right over the bar. Do not go too close in the center. This is a very tight fit for to put our pollen on. So just over the bar. Just twist it. I'm going to twist it once or twice. So you're going to trim these off. So give it a good, at least do it twice. You can actually twist them together if that makes you feel better, and then trim them. And this all tightens down once we put the backing on it. See That is 2 pieces. See how it's covering that really fast? Once you put this on, this holds it down. See? And even if you were using the white, same exact concept. But it would be more of, you know, your traditional white poinsettia. But see how pretty that is? And we're not using a lot. I paid $3 for this at Paper Mart. It's not a lot of money for, you know, your 10-inch roll. And it goes a long ways. It really does. Because I can do 3 wreaths, the centers of them. Or more, because I don't need the whole thing. Like I said, I did that one. I used the same roll. I cut up for this one, and I'll have enough to do a 3rd one. So, you don't need a lot. So this is all we're doing, is you're layering it. So again, and it's not like you're not going over those 5 pieces. We are going 1 piece at a time. You're pulling it through and it's overlapping. So as it starts to overlap and you get it to look the way you want, then you just stop. So it's probably what, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 pieces. So 3 and 3, that's 6, maybe 8 if you want to do it. It doesn't need a lot. So you get 31 pieces out of this. And we're only going to use between 6 or 8 on each one. So you can do 3 wreaths. It's worth it. It's really worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on and we'll be right back. So I actually have enough to do 2 more centers with the gold. So 1 roll you can do 4 poinsettias with the gold. So this is really worth it. It's very thick. So if you're wondering why the leaves look a little bit different on the red one, is because I used a 3 ring instead of a 4, and it kind of shaped it different. So, but it's the same exact method. So the center is bigger when you use the 3 ring, so you have to use in the plastic canvas instead of going over the bar with the 4 ring. So now we're going to attach our center. And with this particular one, I'm not going to glue this because I don't really feel comfortable gluing this. Now, you have 2 options. You can staple it, or you can use my, you have your floral pins. Here, I have these. And you can put this to attach the back. But I am going to staple this in. So, goodness, my dress is sticking to this. Guess, note to self. Okay, so I have a little bird like I do the red one. And I got this from the Dollar Tree, the red bird and the white bird. So now you're going to want to cover this. So we're going to flip her over. Remember I said this gets nice and tight. See, it's stapled. All this will go down, no worries. So now, if anyone knows from watching my stuff, we have a hole puncher, Dollar Tree. Look at how easy this is. This is foam. We're using foam today. So you're just going to put a couple holes in it to hold this thing on. Secure it nice and tight. And we used a lot of zip ties today, so everybody knows. And I'm going to use quite a bit to hold her down because she is kind of heavy. I do like this method. It just gives it more of a poinsettia look. We're using ribbon. I always give, if you know from my other stuff, I always give my customers an option. So, and it doesn't have to be, you can make a little teeny bow out of it, or you can just make a knot. It's nothing specific, just a ribbon to hang it. So then you're just going to put it, like I said, stapled. You don't use a lot of the gold. You don't really have to trim that. You can if you want. And you're just going to take your zip ties. And we are going to attach it on. So lots of zip ties today. So color-coded zip ties. You can get those, like I said before, Walmart, any automotive store, or the section where electrician stuff is. You can purchase that there. They have them in all colors. Yellow, white, red, green. So you don't have to just, you know, I know a lot of people get their stuff from the Dollar Tree and they only have white. When working with zip ties in different colors, you want to get the different colors so you can coordinate it. But see how much easier this is? You don't have to stick a knife through this to get your holes in there because they're done by the hole puncher. So we're just going to secure it and then we will hang her up. Okay, this is the white one. Look at how beautiful she turned out. I put the bird here. It clips right on, so there's no glue or anything you have to use with it. We actually used no glue today. It was staples and zip ties. This was a lot of fun, easy wreath. See how big this is? 10-inch frame, everyone. And this is huge. And this is 10-inch mesh. It's not the 21-inch. And look how big it is. So you definitely, anytime you use anything to cut, it looks great when I cut it, but friction causes fray. Please use your adhesive spray twice. Spray it twice. Wait 20 minutes in between. Then you want to use your UV clear resistant and wait about 30-40 minutes in between. Do both of them twice. It seals it and it prevents it from fraying. So it dries clear. Do not use them together. It'll give it a film and it won't dry clear. So you have to do them separate. But this is my Christmas poinsettia. Please like, share, subscribe. I will see you in a couple days. I have a really, really pretty fall wreath coming up. I have some more Halloween and a lot more Christmas. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next couple days. Have a blessed night, everybody.